Awesome. Okay. All things good. Thank you so much for joining. It's part 3 of our 8-part series where I help you guys with all things digital products. I think some of the most pressing issues that we have, I've just looked at my group and all the engagement and the different communities that I'm in. And I just took sort of 8 random topics that is pressing in my community and made a series on it. So if you don't know, that's the whole thinking behind the 8-part series. I try and do the series every quarter. So once a quarter, we have 8 weeks back to back where we talk about different things. If you don't know me, my name is Lucille. I Clip Artistry Heaven. It's been going for 2 years now as a self-starter, no experience, no influence, no qualifications, and really just through the power of AI and all the tools that has come along since ChatGPT, I've really grown fond of this type of work and the industry that I'm in, and coming from a financial and an analytical background to a creative side has been quite a switch, but a switch that I've enjoyed. And I'm so happy with the people that I've met. And really, that's my story. So I help people with Etsy, sort of those on their journey to create digital stores on Etsy or even their own website. So if you're thinking about starting one, where to start, what is it all about, how do I find customers, what is mock, how do I mock up, how do I list, etc., etc. If those are some of the questions that you're finding yourself asking and having an inquisitive side of trying to understand it, but really just don't know where to go, then please check out my communities. YouTube, we're almost on 6,000 subscribers, and I've got a Facebook community with almost 4,000 members that I've built up over the last 2 years. So that's really me in a nutshell. Please let me know where you are from. Some of you have already. Let me know where you're from, what kind of businesses you are in. I love reading the comments, and I can't always respond live, but I do come back after a little bit of a breather. I do come back on the Facebook in the Facebook community, and then I try and answer as much as I possibly can. So thank you for being here. Let's get started. In this week's episode or live, we're going to speak about how to turn one design, one product into 5 different products that you can list on Etsy. Now, there's a reason I have chosen this, because burnout and having sort of a lack of knowing what to design is very common in our community. A lot of about what I speak on my YouTube channel or where I support is based on what I've gone through in my own sort of journey, on my own journey. And a lot of it was done in isolation. And if you don't know, then you burn out. I've made a video on YouTube, so check it out. There's just type in YouTube and type in burnout, and you'll see I've actually spoken on the topic because it's real. And if you're trying to avoid the discussion, I think you're being disingenuous, because it is part of it. And if you don't know how to deal with it, it can get to you, because it got to me and I had to go to the doctor and I spoke to you guys about it and blah, blah, blah. I can go on and on. But we're not talking about burnout per se today. We are going to talk about how to avoid it, especially in your workflow. Okay, so we're going to look at one design and we're going to turn it into 5 different products. Easy. Those 2 on the left, I actually forgot in the last 2 sessions. So this is Faith on the left. Faith is all the way in Nigeria. Faith has been with me for almost two years, and Pooja less, because Pooja came afterwards, but they're both basically helping me in managing different communities, the Etsy listings and things like that. So, and I know some of you have dealt with them, but my apologies, I didn't introduce them the last time, but I always speak about them. They are my gems, right? So how do we turn, which is what I'll show you first. I'll first want to speak to you as to why I talk about the strategy. And maybe you don't know about it, but this will give you some direction. Maybe it's not a strategy that you follow in your business. Okay, so last week's topic was all about finding a product that will actually sell. We spoke about it. I showed you Pinterest. I showed you Etsy. I showed you that I explained to you that these are search engines, and you need to treat it as such. As much as it looks pretty, as much as we spend a lot of time on these platforms, they are search engines. Just like Google is a search engine and YouTube is a search engine. If you are going to make money from Etsy, you need to see and treat Etsy as a search engine, and your job is to try and figure out what to sell, which is why we spoke about finding a product that will actually sell. And I showed you guys some methods around that, right? So we covered that last week. If you haven't seen it, go to the YouTube channel or go into the Facebook group. The videos are all up there. Just remember, All the videos are only allowed per Facebook rules to be up on Facebook for 30 days. It's their rule now for about a year. It used to be on infinitively, but now it's 30 days and then it's off, right? So, but the YouTube channel will always be the backup. So this week, we're going to speak about how to turn one idea into 5 products. So we're going to do that. We're going to build a simple system. I'll show you my system. We're going to use Canva for that. How to create faster with a structure, not guesswork, and basically to multiply your chances of making a sales. I think one of the biggest problems, and I'll get to it in the slides, one of the biggest problems I find is I think when you're on you want to try and reinvent the wheel. And it certainly was the case for me, where I was always trying to come with these amazing ideas and concepts and do things that nobody else has seen. And that takes so much energy, thought process, testing, and you've got no real idea if it would work. But for some reason, that just didn't click. I spent a lot of time trying to come up with things that nobody else has come up with, and was most of it to naught, right? So if you are in that place, I would caution against it. I'm not trying to put anybody off. There's a big part of me that creates just to see how things would look, not necessarily a commercial motivation behind it. So I'm not here to discourage you, but I am certainly going to tell you that I try to come up with ideas that nobody else has done this, right? And then it wouldn't really sell. So just be careful about that. If you are in that space, I wasted a lot of time because, again, I was just designing from feelings. And last week we said design from data. I explained to you guys how I used to do it. Pretty, butterfly, coffee, whatever, nice, design, list, like no intelligence. And then I showed you how I do it now. Date stats, how many have sold, who's buying this, why are they buying this? Okay, there's a demand. Now I design and I do all the rest. So just design from a point of data and not pretty, right? Pretty doesn't sell. Before we get into it further, these are all the programs. If you don't know, these are all the programs that I manage, all the communities that I manage. So you've got the Prompt Vault over here, which is every week you get new prompts delivered to you via your account, and you get access. You get a notification in the school community in Facebook. I let you know, okay, this is what's been updated. Go here. So every week you get that delivered to you. The boot camp. So if you know nothing about designing, you don't know where to start, I show you 10 digital products that I've sold and currently am selling on Etsy. So I take you through the beginning, listing, mock-ups, how to find products that's in demand. I give you all the products that I've designed. I give it to you, access, you get the mock-ups, you just like sort of here's a starter package, get going, list in 48 hours, start, list, and just list, really. C3 is really about like AI twins. So you guys have seen a lot of my posts. I do twins, digital twins, where I use my duplicate of myself, where I am in exotic places and islands and yachts and skydiving, things that I would probably not be doing in my actual life. And I use that just to create engagement on my social media platforms. And then Design to Dollar, it's our newest membership. We are focused on Canva, upping your Canva skills over here. So if you are lacking in the area of Canva and you're not monetizing it, we basically set you up in Design to Dollar so that you can use the templates that we designed, Sunel and myself, and then you use ours and then sort of sell it within your shop, Etsy, whatever, and you keep all the profits. You're basically getting the templates plus the videos, an amazing community for $9 a month, and we drop new stuff every single week. Okay, so that's really who I am, what I represent. There's a why behind each and every one of this, but I'm not going to go into the whys now. Just in terms, if you are interested, you can go to my website and this will all be there. So that's my website, which I've also recently redone, upgraded, and all those programs are all there. Okay, so let's get into it. I'll just briefly go through the slides, and then I'll show you an example of how you can do this, right? I'm just letting more people in here. So Susie is at the door. Let me get Susie to come inside. Okay, cool. So turn one idea into 5 products, the smarter way to build a profitable digital product business. This works, guys. I'll show you examples of my own store, okay? Etsy is a strategy game. It was fun when I started, but it's actually just strategy. Business is strategy. Like there must be a plan. There must always be a plan. If you're serious about making it, you need to have a strategy. If you're doing it for passion and it's not like, oh, I've got a job, it's whatever, different story. I can't say that I have to make money. I enjoy it, so I have a strategy. I look at the keywords, I see what people are buying, and I will go into that direction. I'll show you some examples, right? So that's the theme of the story of today's webinar, okay? So this is an exhaustion loop. Sorry, you create, this was me. This is all me. You create one single product, you list it on your store, then you start all over again. And if you do this a couple of times, you get tired. You get burnt out because you're doing the same thing over and over and over. I'm trying to get you guys to avoid it, at least to a point where it makes sense to you, okay? So you treat every product like a one-off project. You get project managers, and their projects are long-term based, can be short-term, but let's say in corporate, you're busy with long-term projects. You only focused on that project. You know that project inside out. Anybody can come to you as the PM and ask you anything about a timeline, about a team, about any question pertaining to that project. That PM, if it's a good PM, if he or she is worth a salt, they will be able to tell you that supplier is coming at this time. So you know the ins and outs of it. And that's already draining. Let's say it's managing one or two projects. Construction, hectic in terms of trying to manage this whole thing, right? Obviously, we're not in construction, but that's a traditional sort of project manager. With Etsy, you are doing the same thing by trying to list individual listings each and every day, and you are running out of ideas. Okay, so that's the exhaustion loop, which is what I'm talking about. It's always a new product. It's always a new product. It's always a new product. Okay, I'm just letting them in here. Hold on. Okay, and there's a smarter way that you can do this, right? So this is just some of my examples. I don't know if you guys can see, but I've made some arrows there. Can you guys tell me in the comment section, what do you guys see? What is the common trend with all these back-end Etsy data that I've got? What do you guys see? What's the common trend here? Can you guys see the screen? So these are screenshots of my listings. That's like if you're an Etsy seller, you get access to it. They show you the data, how many have sold, pricing, what the stock that's left, etc. But what do you guys see in terms of, besides the fact that they are bundles, right? Because I sell clip art, I don't sell individual. Exactly, Doreen. They Christian faith-based. They are of my best sellers. They're Christian faith-based. Now, spiritual, yes, George. Christian, exactly, Denise. Exactly. Now, it's not necessarily one product, but the fact that my store is stacking up on Christian SEO keywords, Etsy knows if someone's looking for the Exodus story, my store is one of the ones that pops up. Now, I did this slide before I did the webinar. I didn't deep dive into my listings, and there's also historic listings which is inactive that I haven't really gone through. The reason I'm putting here recent listings on top, right? It was just Easter, just now, right? So these numbers aren't the greatest, but I've got a bundle of 30 Bible stories in one PLR bundle. These are just like the ones on my first page that I took. Now, if you take 30 bundles and each of them has got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, some have more sales on it, right? Can you see what I mean about sort of staying in the same project to stack up on keywords that Etsy knows this store? And these weren't listed long ago, but they are regular sales and I don't have to do anything. They just sell. When your shop sells like this, it gives you that breather so that you can focus on something else. So now I'm at peace because I know in terms of Bible stories, I don't think there are many who is as stuck in terms of SEO keywords as I am, right? So the two on the end, they are slightly older. There were really others, but I just did the slide so I can give you guys some proof. And the reason I'm showing you the 3 recent, because although the numbers aren't great, it was just Easter now. You can imagine people aren't Palm Sunday. They're not looking for that right now, right? And then the others is also church. That Black woman church had sales on repeat. In the last 30 days alone, these are not ads. There are no ads here, right? 164 people came to visit this listing and I got two favorites just in the last 30 days. But that's how many people visit. 85 sales, 382. Imagine creating a product once and it's making 382. And then sometimes during the year, if something happens in the spiritual Christian world, this thing will just it will just pick up weirdly. Same with my Christmas listings, obviously, because now by October, November, the people start looking for Christmas goodies, right? And then the one on the far right, all in the same niche. So you kind of training Etsy's algorithm to let it know if you've got people that wants a Christian related stuff, then you send them to me. And these are not ads, FYI. Yeah. Yes, George, because I did my research and I figured out that there's a lot of Christians in the world, obviously, firstly, and there's a lot of people looking for Christian faith-based material. And one of the seminar lessons we had, I showed you guys the feedback when they buy it. They tell me who they are. I'm a Sunday school teacher and my kids will love it. This is helping me prepare for my lesson on Sunday. So they are giving us clues to tell us. And if you don't have data, that's okay. Go to the top dogs. Go to whoever is dominating in this area and go read the reviews and see what they are telling you. I teach my kids at home or whatever, mom, whatever the story is. So this is just an example, although not directly, but I'm keeping it in the circle, if you know what I'm saying. Okay, so the flawed premise, I am stuck because I lack creativity or I'm not working hard enough. That kind of gets to you if you keep on listing individual keywords and you are not doing your store any favor. If you are listing Palm Sunday 1 Halloween, 2 Christmas, snowman and a gingerbread man, Thanksgiving here and there, right? Thing in the mommy niche. Etsy doesn't know what the hell is going on here. Etsy does not know what you are doing. And I'm saying this because I did this. I had so many different types of products in the beginning. You are confusing Etsy. Besides the fact that you are confused and you're basically telling me you don't know what you're doing, you are confusing the algorithm. And the algorithm doesn't know what to send you because now you're selling templates plus mud designs and wraps and you're selling awareness stuff and motivational stuff and you're selling all these things. Etsy doesn't know what's going on, which is why I explained to you guys last year, I separated my sublimation designs from my clip art store, which is from the screenshots I gave you. I left all the clip art in one place. So clip art, coloring pages, junk journals, for me, that sort of falls in the same realm, although my store primarily focuses on clip art. And then I took all my tumblers, my mugs, and all of the sublimations, t-shirts and whatever, I've put that into a separate store. And since I've done that, I can see the results have increased because I've given the algorithm more clarity. So yes, I'm stuck because I lack creativity because you don't have a plan, right? You need to understand that you are stuck because you are underutilizing your ideas, which is one of the ways you can optimize it by using what you have got in terms of a good design and then making 5 products with one design, right? So the problem isn't your effort. The real issue is that you are failing to leverage what you already have. I already have Bible stories. That's my thing. I stack up on that, right? Next year, I have to refresh the Bible stories. Not because they are changing. I can maybe add on. So I've got 30 plus. I can do an Excel. I can see all the Bible stories. And then I can see where there are gaps. I can go do my searches. I've got Jonah in the whale's stomach. I've got King David. I've got Ruth and Naomi. Okay, I don't have whatever, right? And then I'm just stacking up more and more and more. So it's not that it could be that you don't know how to optimize, rather than actually I don't know what, I have got no inspiration. So the hamster wheel versus the multiplier system. Thank you, Dale. So in the digital product bootcamp, there are templates for mockups for all 10. I don't know if you are in there. I'm just mentioning it because if you are in the digital product bootcamp, then you get those templates. Those ones are my store, so I don't really want to share those. But like I said, in the digital product bootcamp, there is a template where you can just add your logo, change the colors, change your text, and then go with it. Other than that, I don't think I've got a floating. Oh, are you in any of my programs, Del? Sorry, you might be. So the hamster wheel versus the multiplier. The hamster is this. I was a hamster, right? Constantly hunting for new ideas. You're always running Insight Factory and you are going to all these tools, and this is your cycle, right? One idea, one listing. How cumbersome is that, right? One isolated keyword, just one opportunity for that one keyword, right? Chronic creative burnout. Listen, I was there. This is not to bash anyone. It's just to make you aware. If you are stuck here, you maybe need to just look at your system. Where you want to be is fully leveraged existing ideas. It's like sort of a repeat now, right? So you use what you've got and you just recreate them. One idea equals a whole product ecosystem. So I can bank on Bible stories selling consistently. That's within my ecosystem. I can show you other examples, funny old ladies. I can show you food clip art that's selling. I'm just showing you Bible stories, right? You have to figure out what's going to work for your store. You need to dominate in search tags, which is what I've picked up since I've split my store to focus on clip art. I can see the way the sales are coming in. It's different to the previous years. It's more powerful because I think Etsy knows people like my Bible clip art example. And it's passive. Every week I get payments from Etsy as one revenue stream. So I'm happy with that, right? There is work that goes into it. And it's passive can sometimes be misleading because you have to recreate depending on the season, be 3 months in advance. So don't ever think Etsy is like passive. I don't have to do anything. What I mean when I say passive is this. I did this once and it's just sort of on repeat, right? And there's so many others on repeat. That's passive. But I have to list to catch the trends, to look at products that's in demand, etc. So multiplying your visibility is exactly what I showed you with the Bible stories. Platforms like Etsy are search driven. You cannot just give one Bible story and then wonder why it's not selling. Okay, so it's a search engine. If you go to Google and you search for a pair of running shoes, you're going to get thrown with so many supplies of running shoes. And the one that's only got one set of running shoes, you need to have blue and ladies and kids and girls and toddlers and boys and black and brown and different brands. That's how search engines work. So go look at your store when you have a moment. Look at your store, analyze your listings. If your listings and keywords are doing this, just like random drops here, then it's St. Patrick's Day. Okay, I've got 2 St. Patrick's Day. Okay, I've got 4 Christmas. I'm good. And then you've got 1 food, 1 drink, whatever. It's not enough. It's not strong enough, especially when you want to compete in the search engine environment. So 5 products is just like a start. I'm telling you, I've got 30 plus Bible stories and it's selling and it's working. Okay. You are increasing your chances of being found if you take something that works and you take it into 5 products and then you just keyword stack on top of it. Every single product you list becomes a new entry point to your store, a new keyword opportunity, and your chance to be discovered by a buyer. For those of you who know the Black Spring Girl Bantu knots. Some of you might know. I showed you earlier that the second one sold earlier today. Sometimes I can envision something and I know it. I just know that it's going to work. And that's one of the products that I'm watching within AI Prompt Haven, especially in the school community where I show you, I just listed it, it's sold, it's cute. How do I know it's cute? The feedback from people who are not customers, members, communities, Facebook, email, whatever, wherever I show you, they telling me it's cute. They telling me I love it. Messaging me in private, would you mind if I list? Of course I don't mind. I don't mind at all. Go ahead. It doesn't belong to me. Like someone I know. If you know, you know. The concept doesn't belong to me. I'm more than happy to show you what cute little black girls in the spring vibe with Bantu knots, what it's looking like. From that point, you can branch out. I was even thinking of having other ethnicities with that hairstyle, with respect. And I was thinking of how to bring it in so it doesn't belong to me. I just want to show you. So now if that one picks up more, then I'm going to take it into baby blankets with the child's name on it. Or take it into a tumbler or a baby sippy cup. Because the fact that they're buying the clip art, and remember I told you who's your customer. Your customer is not the mommy with the child. Your customer is not always the end user of the cup or the sippy cup or the t-shirt. Your customer is a business person. So whoever buys the bundles from me, they are going to make sippy cups. They are going to make t-shirt designs. Just don't forget that, right? So know your customer. It sold so quickly. We just listed it, George, and it sold, and it's not on an ad. It's not running on ads. It's organic sales. Dale, sorry, man. Are you looking for the prompts or are you looking for a template for your bundles? Mock-ups. Thank you. You said it looks really good. Okay, Doreen's got that. Dale, are you in our school community? If you are in AI Prompt Haven, everybody, people are still so confused. We are chatting, supporting each other in the school community. So if you are paying AI Prompt Haven, where the vault, you get the vault with all the prompts, right? You must be in the school community too. There's no cost. It's just that's where we all are supporting each other. I share ideas, I share the prompts. But the vault is not going anywhere because we are still listing. We are still listing the prompts, weekly prompts in the vault. Okay. So listen, the ecosystem hierarchy, right? So this is what works on Etsy. I've tested this. So the high ticket bundle, all matching designs and sold together in one premium package, right? That is a high ticket bundle. So those are my PLR bundles. Let me show you guys. Let's go to Etsy. I'm not the only one doing this. Not groundbreaking information that I'm giving you guys, right? Okay, we've got 20 minutes left. Let me show you guys. So that's my store. Can you guys see? Look here. This is the design I'm talking about. I listed this last week. I shared the prompts with you guys. It's in AI Prompt Haven. Look here. No ads. And my clip art is not the cheapest. $5.18. And it depends on where you are in the US. There's still tax on top of that. But people are still buying it, right? So look here, I told you guys, when you analyze stores, look at the red text. When you see red text popping all over, you know this is a store where the owner doesn't have to do much. They're getting sales consistently. That's a good sign that 4 in the basket, a percentage of, not all won't convert, a percentage of that will convert. So that's the passive side of the business, right? Also, this I don't have to work for. It happens by itself, okay? Yeah, more red text. Okay. So let me show you guys here. So what I'm talking about when I say the hierarchy, this is the top level where you get with clip art. When you bundle so much value, it becomes a no-brainer. And I'm not the cheapest because I work very hard. You can get whole store licenses for half this price. If that's how they do it, I don't undervalue myself like that, right? And I'm also not the most expensive. So there's people that's doing this kind of gig at $200, okay? So this is what when I say here high level, this is that level. So you bundle a lot of things together. You've already done the work. You just need to package it in a way where it sells the value, right? The next one is the mini collection, which is this. So these are mini collections, right? Mini collections, okay? These are little mini collections. This is a collection bundle. And then you've got individual ones, which I really don't do in this store. I've got another store, Sublimation Designs, where I will take one of those Bantu knots and I'll make a t-shirt sublimation design that speaks to the Black community, whatever. So then that's an individual one. I just wanted to explain to you guys how this works and how customers perceive it. Yeah, this is where you make the most amount of money, because the perceived value of 800 clip art bundles is higher than paying $5 every time you want to buy a bundle. So some people will just make that quick sum. Okay, now I'm going to buy the bundle. I'm done and I can use it forever and it's mine, right? So just understand this. This is very important because higher perceived values sells. And let me quickly show you another thing on Etsy before we go. So just to go here, the key word you're looking for is mega bundle, right? I'm not the only one doing this. It's not doing anything wrong. Etsy does allow for mega bundles and PLR bundles, etc. to be listed. If it didn't, our stuff would be taken down, right? So yeah, clip art mega bundle. Look here, how many? 10,000. Mine was 800. 10,000 designs. Mine was 800. And this is what they are selling it for. And by review count, they are doing better than me. but they're selling it for $5.99. Okay, so I just want to show you guys that this is happening, and that is this tier that I'm talking about here. So let's move on. Thank you, Dale. Dale loves the way I mock up my bundles. To be honest with you, the mock-ups, after I've trained my team, Faith and Pooja does the mock-up, right? I did it for a whole year. We tested so many different mock-ups. There was a time we just tested, and the old ones you'll see is fading out. So the newer ones, which is the one you responded to, is what we are sticking with now. And I just want all of them to have that. Unfortunately, there are legacy designs, funny old ladies, funny old guys, funny old ladies with computer hiccups, funny old ladies Valentine's Day. They are still selling, but they've got the old mock-ups. And I'm sure we can probably put time aside to mock them up, but there's always something else to do. The power of bundle magnets. Customers universally love getting more for less. Bundles naturally boost your revenue per sale without requiring extra marketing effort. It's all about the search engine, right? It's all about the perceived value. Wow, 1,000 clip art that belongs to me, right? And I can go and make mug designs and everything under the sun out of the Bible, the Genesis story, David and Goliath, King David's story, King Solomon's story, Jonah and the well. You mean I've got all these stories and I never have to go on Etsy again to search and try and figure all of this out on my own, separate, whatever. So why wouldn't the person pay you $50 for all the work that you've done, okay? Bundling works. It enhances customer experience, dramatically increases perceived value. And guess what? It also increases your revenue. It also increases your revenue. So instead of waiting for $5, $3, $1 sales, you're now expecting and getting $50, okay? It keeps your buyers in your store longer. You cannot bundle if you only have 1 Halloween, 2 Thanksgiving, like 4 snowmans, and then you rest. The sales are coming in now. It doesn't work like that. It does not work like that. So the real opportunity is basically this. You don't need more ideas. If you just look at the Bible, do you know how many Bible stories there are? I'm sorry, I can't speak on any other faiths. I'm sure each faith can say its own story, right? But I can't. If you just take the Bible, do you know how many Bible stories you have? So what does that tell you? I don't have to try and figure this out because the whole Bible is here. I've got ChatGPT. I can ask quickly for a list of 50 stories. Where's the burnout? Where is the burnout? You don't need more ideas. You don't need more hours. You just need your project management skills to be better than what it is right now. You don't need more expensive tools. We've all got Artistly. We've got 400 generations a day. I've never hit the max. Who's hit the max in Artistly? I've never hit the max, and I'm a high volume user. So you don't need expensive tools. Artistly does the background removal, the upscaling for you, even does the mock-up for you. So don't see glitter and shiny objects and I need this and I need this and I need whatever. What you do need is a scalable system, right? You need a strategy to expand. Think of what you are good at. Think of where you coming from. Early childhood development. Think of, are you like a sports coach or a soccer? What do you know more about than the rest of us? Do you know about ADHD? Do you know about anxiety? You open that topic into ChatGPT and you sector it into whatever, adults, kids, women. Why are we burning out? You need a better way to use what you already have. Right? Are you in the Artistly group? We see it all the time. We see them saying they really need to look at this unlimited because they've hit the limit. No, they definitely hit the limit. I would say go see what has worked in your store. I'm assuming some things have been working, right? When I figured out Funny Old Ladies was working for me, I took it into St. Patrick's Day, I took it into Mardi Gras, Valentine's Day, Christmas, mishaps in the kitchen. People laugh at that. I took it into tech challenges. I took it into so many directions. The same like with the Bible stories. Some will perform better than others, but if you add 20 sales here, 70 sales here, one of them are almost on 200 sales here. If you add all of it together, you've got a decent amount of $5 that's been coming in over a long period of time, right? So go see what is working in your store. Do people like your sarcasm? If you analyze your store and you see people like buying this, right? People really, please go look at your store and see what is selling and double down on that. I know what it feels like. Hello, I need to make a special hello here. Sorry for Melrian Rodriguez. She's Brazilian. Shame. She bought the boot camp and she doesn't speak English. So, hola. Hola. Thank you so much for joining. I said, obrigado. Obrigada. Obrigada. She does. Yeah, she's Brazilian and she doesn't speak English. And she messaged me and she said, I want to do the course, but she doesn't speak English. You're welcome. Obrigada. Obrigada. Okay. So go to your store and see what is selling. Double down on that. Okay. The moment you stop treating ideas as single-use project and start building products in ecosystems, everything changes. Trust me, guys. So any questions, Facebook or in the Zoom room, any questions before I show you what I mean? Do you have Artistly, Denise? If not, I can send you my link. I do get a commission payment from Artistly as a affiliate to the program. Doreen will drop the link there. I don't know if you've used it before, but it does the upscaling. It does the background removal. We do our mock-ups. I do my mock-ups in there. 70-80% of my clip art that you see on in my store, they have been done in Artistly. So okay. There was a time when Canvas AI generator was really good. I don't know if Leonardo is still involved. You guys can correct me in the comments. I don't know if Leonardo AI is still involved with Canvas AI generator, right? And there was a time I was so in love with Canvas generator. The thing with these programs, if you don't keep up with them, they go through changes. And sometimes you'll see, okay, this prompt worked in Canva, that prompt style, and then now it's not working in Canva. And that's what I experienced with Canva. I went from using my 500 credits for the month with Canva to hardly touching a fraction of my credits in Canvas AI. 70-80% of my bundles are done with Artistly. I love the program. I enjoy it. And I will speak about it because it works for me. I will never promote something that doesn't work for me. Okay. So any other questions? It's $47, Denise, once off for the commercial plan. There are some limitations. But if you want the full plan, which is what I'm on, it's $147. And it's again once off. So there's no monthly fees, no subscriptions. Okay. So I don't know. I hardly use Canva. Most of my prompts in the vault is Artistly, but there's some other systems that I use as well. But I don't think, does anyone have anything to say about Artistly that you don't agree with me? Please feel free. Any other questions before I show you how to change one product into 5? The process really is research. Find out what is selling. Research, design. If you are new and you don't have leverage, what is leverage? Reviews, sales, feedback, customers, admirers, 5-star. That's leverage. That's strength in terms of store strength in terms of the gauging of the algorithm. We all start out at 0. No followers, no reviews, not a 5-star person, no sales history, etc., etc. When you get to the designing part, when you get to this part, and you do see something is selling well on Etsy, do not copy it as is. Try and mix it up. If you lack the creativity to think about how to make this cute little kawaii looking puppy in a spring theme with rainbow colors, come ask ChatGPT, how can I make this more commercially valuable on Etsy? If you lack, because if I lack colors, I lack whatever. I'm not going to pretend like I know it all. Ask ChatGPT. ChatGPT will say, do this, add headphones, add a mobile phone, let it have a coffee or a sippy, whatever. Just don't copy it as is. It's not good. It's not a good look. So you've done your research, you know what sells. Design better than what's selling at the moment. That's your only leverage. You can only 2 things. You can lower the price and it doesn't always work. Or you can design better and people will pay me $5 for my bundles versus someone who's got 10,000 reviews and they're charging $2.99 for their bundles. They will still buy mine because mine is of a better quality, okay? Once you've got that sorted, you design, you mock up, you list, and you repeat. Okay, so no questions. I'm going to go to show you how to use one design and take it into 5 products, right? So I have done this before, but let me show you. This is the design, okay, that we are going to use. And then I want to show you, just give me 1 second. Anybody who bought the bot, the ClipArt Spark bot, let me know. And how's it going? Okay, so I released this ClipArt Spark bot on Thursday. Thank you so much to all of you who have supported me, who bought the bot. Amazing. Even today sales were coming through. I'm going to show you more things that I've done with it. This is basically the bot. Now, I'll first want to show you some examples. So this was one of it. So that is what the bot created. And it's basically not an image generator. I just want to be clear. It is a prompt generator. Because we need prompts all the time. That is exactly what the bot does, right? Just give me a second. So that's one of the bundles. This is another one that I did yesterday. This is the power of the bot. Let me know. Activate. Wow, Melrianne, thank you so much. She's saying, this is my first time here. And in Brazil, there isn't a course of this high quality that matches yours. That is something to read. Thank you so much. I'm so glad you found us. Dale saying, I have it in Clipart Heaven, but I haven't used it yet. Just signed up to Clipart. Thank you, Dale. Dale just signed up. I feel like I know you. Like we've communicated before. George, where are you? You're quiet today, and I miss Eve today. George is saying the bot is awesome, is an awesome time saver with great results. Chris didn't use it yet. I'm sure when she gets there, she will use it. So this is what the bot generated. Okay. This is the bundle. Isn't it beautiful? Someone was saying, I love everything from Paris when they saw this. So this is what the bot created. I'm not going to demonstrate the bot. There's 2 videos on our YouTube channel. You're welcome to go and watch it. I show you everything. I'm going to waste time now. This is one of the members. This is one of the members. Eve created this. Let me just do this. Dale saying Eve left a lot of comments on your awesome videos in YouTube. I have. Okay, you see, sorry, Eve is one of our members. So what Marilyn's asking, is there a different price if you go from commercial to premium on Artistly? Is there a different price? Can you get a credit for your commercial payment? So what they do, Marilyn, yes, Denise, let me answer Marilyn quickly. So Marilyn, so you'll first pay $49 for the commercial plan, right? Let's say 2 weeks later, you want the unlimited plan, which is the Pro Premium plan. Instead of paying $147, you'll pay, I think, about $97. So the difference, they won't give you money back, but you're not going to pay the $147. You're going to pay the difference between $147 and $149. It's about a $90 dollar difference. So that's how it works. Denise says, no, I don't. No, not this. Sorry. No, I don't have. Never used it. Been using Canva. They were saying. So Denise is asking, if I purchase Artistly at $47, now can I upgrade later? Yes, you can. And you'll just pay, instead of paying $149 or $147, you'll just pay the $90 difference. So this was Eve's. Let me just refresh. Oh, wait. There's one more that I want to show you. So the bot really just does color and visual consistency. You get a list of prompts, you take it to your software of choice, and you generate on and on and on to get the consistency. The feedback has been amazing. Thank you guys for all your support. And this was the last one. I could only do 4 images, but that is the color consistency. Can you see the pink, the blue, the yellow? That is what the bot does, right? So quickly, if you go here, you access it here. You can either go ChatGPT. Please note, if you're going to go by ChatGPT, there are limitations if you're on a free plan. If you're on the plus plan, it is as normal as using all of the others, right? So whatever else you do in ChatGPT. But if you're on a free plan, there are limitations. That's exactly why I built the engine. This is the engine, right? Because I know not everybody's using ChatGPT. You can still use it on a free plan. You don't have to be on a paid plan. So you can go wedding, you can go watercolor or boho. You can choose your timing. You can say, okay, I want it for Valentine's Day. You can choose your colors here. You can go whatever colors you want to go. Fairy forest. You can choose your background. I want white, transparent, glitter, whatever it is that you want to go for. Over here, you're going to say, I need concepts. I need 1, 3, or 5. Click on 5, generate your concepts, and then it will give you 5 concepts. Golden hour couple, Clipart, boho couple story bundle, emotional bride moments, romantic wedding couple moments. So I'll go with romantic. You can then click here on the number of prompts you want, click on 10, and then it will generate a full blueprint, which is basically 10 prompts. All your prompts are here. 1 single isolated groom waiting at the altar, Clipart with all the colors you've just selected. Fairy forest palette isolated on a white background, no clusters, no background noise. 1 single isolated groom, fixing his cuffs. Let's test this quickly. Let me show you guys. Okay. Okay, just go back here. Okay, so you copy it, take it to ChatGPT, go back, copy. I'm just going to do those two. You can scroll to the bottom and then ask for it to generate an Etsy listing. Once you click on it, it will give you, I just need to update the code. Can you guys see me scrolling up? I don't want to scroll up, so I need to get the code to come to the top, right? So it will give you full Valentine's wedding clip art, watercolor, whatever title, listing. It will give you what's included, the elements that's included. This is also helping with SEO keywords, right? Bride, groom, cufflinks, etc. Perfect for who, consistent, style, blah, blah, blah. You don't have to think about it. So the robot does all of that for you, and then here's your tags. You copy this. Where's the copy button? I need to look at that. Copy it, and then just take it to Etsy, right? I just want to show you the designs. That's what it looks like. That's the second one. And you can do a whole consistent bundle of all of this. So I think this one was groom focused, so it will only have the male, but there's so many other options that you can choose from. Okay, let me show you the 5-in-1. Okay, so if you guys want this sheet, I had to restart my PC before I started because it was so slow, and now I have to open all the whatever. We are going to, what happened here? What was my size here? We are going to design these, well, really not design, the design is done. I'm just going to show you the aspect ratios in Canva, right? So this, what was the water bottle? I think it was 5.5 by 4.25, something like that. I can double check. If you guys want this list of all the sizes, drop the comment for me in the comment section. I have to now go put it on Google and then share the links, or go to the Facebook community and then just let me know sizes. Then I know, okay, here's the link. I'll send it to you afterwards, right? So we are going to take the one design and we're going to create all of this. So assuming you've done your research, which is the first step, and you know what is selling and you're going to sell something better, instead of trying to do 30 bundles and so many different products, use the one, make it better, design it better, and slap it on so that you can test the keyword in different ways. You know what I'm saying, right? Instead of just having the keyword once, if it's much better to have it 5 times in your store versus just having it once. Once, you might as well not list it. So these are the products that we are going to resize, and then that I'll do in Canva, okay? So this I'll do in Canva. Okay, cool. Everybody's saying yes. Yeah, Chris, those colors was chosen the rainbow color palette in the engine. So if you choose that one, then you sort of get these rainbow colors. It's all there. The sizes here, I've already done my homework, so I know what the sizes are here. I'm not going to do this with you guys online because it's going to take too long. I've just sort of structured it. I'll send you the sizes, then you know how we do what we do. I'm going to show you how you take this one design, which I have already done. Right, so these are the layers. You've got the name here. You've got all of these little elements that I've added. Okay, you can see all these elements have been added here just to make it a little bit more commercially valuable and not having all that white space. Okay, so you've got all of that. And then we've got the main design, which is this one. And that's really what this design is all about. Okay, so I'm going to select that, this, and this. And then I'm just going to group it as one. So when I move it around, then everything's moving at the same time, okay? I don't know how I'm going to get it here, but I suppose I can get the chat. I don't know how I'm going to get it to you guys. Go to Facebook whenever you get time and go to this webinar and just say sizes. Then I know to drop the link for you. And also this design. So also this design, the 5 designs, you can keep it, you can do it with it, whatever you guys want to. I'll put it in one folder in G Drive, and then you can have the sizes plus the designs. So all I would do, guys, is I would just copy this because now I've grouped it all together. You see, everything's, hold on. Go back, position. Everything must be grouped, right? See, so only that's grouped. I don't just want that. This, and okay. So I've selected all 3, and here I'm grouping. So now everything's moving together. That's what I want. All you do to get all these products is you just have to set the sizing, which I've already done for you guys. You're going to do your homework and you're going to see in your business, what is it that people want? Mugs. And if it's mugs, do they want 15 Oz or 11 Oz, or do they want both, right? Do they want sippy cups? Do they want notebooks? I know Chris she just published a beautiful journal notebook on Facebook now. It's beautiful, right? So just go see what you guys are up to in your various shops and see what's selling and what you want to push out there. So this is the size for the mug, the sippy cup, the notebook, and the tote bag. You get the idea here. That's basically what it's going to look like. And you just drag this design onto all of these. Okay, so copy. This is the next one. You can sit here, paste it again. Okay, so that fits. So the cup's going to have it both sides, back and front, your 15 Oz cup, right? I'm going to go to Artistly. I'll show you how to mock up in Artistly quickly for those who don't know. So for those who don't know, this is Artistly. And one of the things that we can do with the design assistant is to create mock-ups, right? Okay, so that's my mug is done. My sippy cup, I'm going to paste. And because the sippy cup's going to wrap around, I'm not going to have two of those here. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to stretch this for my sippy cup, right? How do I stretch? Double click. I don't know. Okay, shift and just take it all the way to the side. I don't think this bottom section is going to pull in. Yeah, so there's some adjustment that I have to make here. Now, something, let me see here. Position, this is script, just check. But yeah, it doesn't work with pulling it this way. Alternatively, what you can do is just bring it to the center. Okay, so position, I don't know why, so ungroup. Okay, there. Okay, now I want to group it and then I'm going to shift it to the middle. Okay, so I can't stretch this for the sippy cup, but yeah, this will be in the middle of the sippy cup. Then the next one is the notebook. Copy. Okay, I think, let me do this quickly. I'm going to export this as an image. I'm going to export it as an image, just this one, and then I'll bring it in and then I can stretch it. One. Okay. Chris is saying, I'm all over Artistly, but I've never done a mock-up there. Thanks for showing this. No problem. I'll show you quickly. Let me show you that first. So basically, once you're here, AI Design Assistant, go to Mockup Creator over here, which is where we're at. You can either go to your local drive, which is what we will do, okay? It will upload. Once it gives you that green tick, okay, then you can say quantity 4, and then you can say a baby, a mock-up image of a baby wearing a white T-shirt with the attached image as the logo on the front of the T-shirt. You can say whatever background. The background is a beautiful green garden with open skies. Okay, so it's very basic, nothing extra. While that's running, I'm gonna bring the image in. We just downloaded, right? So I'm gonna go to uploads, click uploads, T-shirt. Now I can stretch it, which is what I wanted to do earlier. And I couldn't do that. Let's go back to the sippy cup. Just make it bigger. So at the moment it's centralized. I'm going to remove that one. This one I'm going to bring in. It's now an image. So what you need to do, I like to pull it to the left. Double click on it. Hold shift. Stretch it to the right. All the way to the right. And stretch it all the way down. Okay. Then click done. And then you pull it to the right. And you pull it down so that the name is in. I couldn't do it earlier because it wasn't an actual image. It needs to be an image to stretch. Okay, so now the sippy cup is done, and those will be on. I'm going to download the sippy cup as well. PNG is fine. And then I'll just say current page. So I do my mock-ups in different systems. I'm going to show you Artistly. I'm going to show you ChatGPT. Okay, I'm going to create an image. Then I'm going to upload the image. You can mock it up in ChatGPT as well. And then I'm going to say, create a mock-up image of a 12 baby sippy cup, 3 identical 12 sippy cups next to each other on a kitchen table with a background. And then if you don't want to waste time, just go grab an example on Etsy, grab an example as a reference image. Okay, so 12 sippy cup. So this is what it looks like. Design. So this is the effect that I want, right? So I'm not going to scroll too long. I'm not getting anything else. Let me see some. I'll use the top one. So all I'm going to do is take a screenshot of this one, but I want the handles in. Hold on, this one. You can see the handles on this one. Okay, so this is the reference image for ChatGPT. See a reference image of an example. Okay, so that's going. And then we can go back to Artistly. I'll show you the mock-ups there. What do you guys think? What do you guys think of these cutie pies? There's your T-shirt design. It's got the little sprinkle elements on the side and then your puppy with the kite. It's just beautiful. That's Artistly for you. I absolutely love Artistly. If you want to change the ethnicity, you can do that. Baby, black baby, mixed race baby. You can change it. Just say the other way you can do it is you can go to your, because your design is there now, you can just go to your history for a mock-up image of a black cute baby with a black t-shirt sitting and smiling in the garden. Okay, and go back to ChatGPT and see what's going on there. And there's your mock-up image that you can also create in ChatGPT, and that's what you can list on Etsy. That's why I love AI so much. You can do so much with AI. I need to save these images because I always like to post it to our community. Okay, let's go to the rest of our products. So that I'll post. Did I not list? I didn't specify. To place it on the t-shirt. Let's do it again. Browse. Or we can go here. This one. For beautiful, cute, black baby girl with a black t-shirt. Use the attached image as the logo to be placed on the t-shirt. Baby is sitting in a beautiful garden. Okay, so we've got the sippy cup done. We've done the t-shirt design. The mug we've done. You can mock up the mug as well. Go back. Look how cute she is. Look at this. Look at Amelia. I have to download this. Okay. This one didn't work out well. I had to specify better. Okay, and then we're gonna do a mug. Now, if you really want to be smart in your Etsy store, what you need to do is, what I will do, like with this strategy, is basically this, right? So you're gonna have the 5 products that you're going to list in your Etsy store: the notebook, the water bottle, the mug, the tote bag, the t-shirt, right? But then you list a 6th product, which is like a mini bundle. And you put all of these sizes, because the work is in this section over here. The work that you've done is in the fact that you've gone to get the sizes, the resizing of it, and it's already done for them. So now you bundle all of them together as a 6th product from one image that you created with AI. Okay, we're going to go back. This one, Amelia, we want for a mock-up image of a white mug. Okay, mugs are a little bit tricky. I don't know if they've figured this out. White. Sometimes it works. Sometimes I'll get a traveling and not a ceramic mug, 15 Oz, on a coffee table. Place the image on the front of the mug, right? Generate. So we've done so we need to do the notebook and then the tote bag. So I was still busy here. I'm going to have to do this, and I have to use the JPEG so I can stretch it again. Remember, I couldn't stretch it earlier. So this is my JPEG. Take it to the corner. This is now your notebook, right? I'll maybe do it here. Double click, shift to the right, pull it down. This is not, okay, let me start again. Sorry, so on top there. Actually, I don't have to. Let's see this one. No, it's not gonna work. I need to stretch it. So double click, come on with this. It shift, pull it to the right. I don't know why it's not pulling. Let's see, this way. I'm sleeping here. Okay, so this is a notebook. I don't want the top section because I just want to add some text there. So I'll pull it to the right so that everything fits in nicely without cutting off the kite to the right or the ears to the left. We don't want that, okay? And then I'm going to put text on top. So you can just click T on your keyboard, stretch it, and then you can say whatever you want to say. Daily planner, daily notebook, okay? The colors, you can change it to a color that's here, bold it. You can effect maybe like this, and then change the, daily notebook. Or maybe a darker color if you so choose. Maybe just make it bigger, and then effect, maybe have I want to like that, something like that. Okay, so let's say that's my notebook. I can't do it this way, so let's leave it here. Let's do this, and then I'm going to export this. Let's go to ChatGPT, see what that's fine. Go to here, and that's our mug. So that's what our mug looks like. So you can just download this and take it to your Etsy store to demonstrate what it would look like. Okay, so the notebook we're going to mock up, and then we go over to the tote bag, and then we're done. So a design assistant here again, mock-up, your image. That's for my notebook. Create a mock-up image of a child's desk with a white notebook placed on it. Okay, place the attached image on the front cover of the notebook. Okay, if you want people inside of on the mock-up, you can just say child holding the notebook or whatever. I'm just going to go with the child's desk. Cheryl saying, OMG, so cute. Cutie Pie, she says, I love it. Chris says it's adorable. Okay, cool. And the last one is the tote bag. So these sizes I've pulled from Etsy. So these are the sizes that Etsy gave me. And this is what I've inputted here in Canva. Okay, so if you want to add another size, you just click on add page here, click on more, and then custom size. And let's say it's 13 inch by 13 inch. You just change the units to inches, 13 by 13, and then you can do another one. Like I said, the value here would be giving your customer all of these already formatted. You export it in the 300 DPI because you need it to be 300 DPI, nothing less, okay? Madeline saying, wow, I've learned so much. I'm trying to decide which other groups classes to join. Bootcamp or Design to Dollar. She says she loves my style. Thank you. Thank you, Madeline. So the tote bag is this size. And then again, we're just going to use our image and we're going to put it to the corner, double click on it, shift, pull to the right, okay? Pull down, click done, then pull to the right so that you don't don't cut off anywhere, right? And then you just export. 5th page, download. We go back to, oh guys, look at this. Look at the notebook. Doreen is telling Madeline, join all, you can't go wrong. Thank you. That's my wing lady. That's my wing lady, Doreen. Almost done, guys. Eve, I missed you. He's here, finally. And you just missed George. Eve, he just left now. No problem, Eve. He says he had things to do. No problem. No problem whatsoever. So glad you could be here. Madeline, if you are in any of my programs, you get 20% off the bootcamp or AI Prompt 7, which I think you are already in. So any of those two programs, if you are in one of them, you are entitled to a 20% discount. You just need to mail me so I can check your email, and then I'll send you the code for the 20%. For anyone else watching on YouTube, watching on Facebook, use the code YouTube15, YouTube15, and you can get a 15% discount. But if you are an existing member, you get 20%, and the code I'll send to you via email. Loving the notebooks, guys. Chris is saying, thanks for doing the journal, since that is what I've been designing. I saw yours earlier. It looks amazing. So that's what the notebook looks like. Okay, last one. We're going to do a tote bag. We go back to Canva. I did show you guys ChatGPT. There's so many mock-up tools. In AI Prompt, even there's a mock-up builder where we also do images for mock-ups, right? I'm planning on doing Members Tool Stack 1 and 2 in the AI Prompt Haven. I'm going to go through all those tools and I'm going to make videos because I think a lot of my members forget what we have in AI Prompt Haven so that you don't have to go and buy things elsewhere. So that's the image. And then just please create a mock-up image of a white tote bag. A woman is carrying it. Make the mock-up professional looking. Okay, I'm very generic here with my terms. If you know you're serving the black community or Caucasian or whatever, please just specify so that it appeals to them more. Asian, if it's men or whatever the case may be, just be more specific. I'm just going very general. I'm going to use the same prompt for Artistly, AI Design Assistant, Mockup Creator, choose from library. We've got the image here already. That's my image. Okay, I want 4. Place the image attached on top of the white tote bag. Okay. Generate. Hey, Karen. Karen's asking, I'm still in between things. Is this for print on demand? It can be. So I speak primarily to the digital creators, but it crosses over into print on demand. You can easily swing this into a print on demand sort of profile seller. There's just one step between selling the product as a digital product and selling it as a print on demand seller, which is really to connect your store with Printify or Printiful, setting up your rates, your shipping rates, and then going from selling a digital product to a physical product, which is where print on demand, which is where Printify comes in and they fulfill the whole process. But I mean, this can easily work for a digital store or a print on demand store. Okay, let's go to Canva. So the thing with, sorry, not Canva, ChatGPT. So the thing with ChatGPT, you can only do one image at a time. I know they've sort of increased it, but it's not a volume. It's not set up for volume. That's ChatGPT's output. I really love Artistly, and I don't have to pay for it every month. Once and done. Any questions? See you, Chris. We're finishing off now. Any questions? Is there anything I can help you guys with? Those who want to sign up for other programs, just email me. I can check your account and then I can send you the code. If you're not a member, you can still get a discount. YouTube 15. When you see the video on Facebook, just drop size. I'll put all of this in a file. Maybe not today, but tomorrow. And you can click on the link, go to G Drive, and you'll have access to the sizes, the images. Yeah. Any questions? Anything I can help with? I love the bag. I would so rock that bag, Karen, to the grocery store. Groot plesier, Karen. Karen saying, baie dankie, and that is, thank you very much in Afrikaans. I love the bag too. Is there anything I can help you guys with? Thank you so much for your time and for being here. Okay, Shelly, I see your message. Please don't join via school. Yeah. And yeah, it is $15. So Shelly was just raising something that she's saying when she goes to school, it's $15. It was $9 a year and almost a half ago when we started. We've added so many things that the price went up to $15. But like I said, there is, if you are in any of my other communities, I will have to send you the code, which I can't remember off by heart. I'll send it to you. If you can just send me an email, I'll give you the code. You can get it 20%. Okay. Any other questions? I enjoyed this session. So Cheryl, I'm glad you're asking, because guess what? In Cheryl's asking for wall art, you have to choose the biggest. Asking, sorry. Can you create a template like this for wall art sizes? Are you just looking for sizes? I think there's a size guide that Sunel created, but I don't think it's specific to wall art. Okay, so in Design to Dollar, sorry, I thought you were asking me for templates, wall art templates for in this theme, because I posted here, you can see here, for those in Design to Dollar, what we do is we're using all the clip art and we are going to create 3 products that you vote for. So one of it is sublimation designs. This one is leading. So we will probably end up doing sublimation designs. This is in the Design to Dollar community, which is really a Canva template-based sort of community. And all the templates we design here, you get to keep it. It's $9. You get to keep the templates plus the training videos, which is not all available on YouTube. So it's not to say that all these videos will go to YouTube. No, because you guys are paying us. These videos primarily sit here. So we've got storybook, clip art, and then what our members do is they go and vote for what they want us to design. Out of the 10, the top 3 will be chosen, and then we will design those 3. So we've got chore charts, kids reward systems, we've got flashcards, and then here, Cheryl, I thought you wanted us to do this, which I think we probably will, because this is one of the top ones that's been voted for. But if you're looking for size charts, I can go to the community when you've got time and just make a request, please, here when you go, members request. So just let us know, and then I can ask Sunel. I don't even know about this request here. We can ask Sunel to help us with the charts. No problem. You see anything else? Eva saying for wall art, you have to choose the biggest size you can. Use it for different sizes. Thank you. It was awesome. You are welcome. I'm just getting around Clip Artist even, but loving it. Yes, that was my first program. Dell, that's the longest, and we've got about 400 members in Clip Artistry. I started with that. It was just the prompt vault, but now there's tools and bots and things are being added, which is why we had to push up the price, but I always give a discount back to my community. I'm glad you're enjoying it. Cheryl saying, yes, I want to create images and give the customer. Okay, I get you.